Hey, Ray Wylie, Hubbard here, and like I say, we're kind of doing background checks on all my songs. And uh, the next song here we're going to talk about is called "The Messenger." And this, I wrote this when I was 42, 43. I guess when I was 41, I came out of this honky tonk fog I'd been in, and a bunch of people gave me a bunch of books to read. And one of the books I read was a book called "Letters to a Young Poet" by Rilke. And this in the original because I took that and gave it away. Someone gave me that book, and I read it, and then I gave it to somebody else. But I'll have it again. But there was a line in there, and or a phrase, and what it was, it says right here: "How should we be able to forget those ancient myths that are at the beginning of all peoples? The myths about dragons that at the last moment turn into princesses. Perhaps all the dragons of our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us once beautiful and brave." Well, that's deep, and that's going to be really hard to put in a song. So I kind of paraphrase that to where our fears are like dragons guarding our most precious treasure. So what happened at age 41, overcame this fear of embarrassment, called up this fellow named Sam Swank, and I said, "Will you teach me how to finger pick a little bit?" So he showed me some patterns, and then that I got back, and all of a sudden it kind of validated what was in the book. Like I overcame that fear of embarrassment, I killed that dragon, and there were the little treasures on the other side of it. So I came back, and I just kind of started playing that pattern. And then I said, well, that's kind of cool. And but then I was saying, well, what do I do with it? Well, then I was reading the Austin Chronicle about and looking at who was playing where. And there was a band there playing called Loose Diamonds. So I just went, I am not looking for loose diamonds, And then all of a sudden I got to the point where at the bridge, I said, well, what am I going to do now? And all of a sudden I kind of look around in the Austin Chronicle, and the band True Believers were playing. So I said, all the True Believers. So anyhow, I went, that's pretty cool. And so there's a couple of band references in the Messenger. There was a band in England called the Cuban Hills, which, I'm wearing old boots with high Cuban heels, why not? So anyhow, that all came together, and that was like the first song that I wrote after I learned how to do the finger picking pattern. And it's a very important song to me. I've had a number of people come up and say that, that overcoming some fear, there were these treasures on the other side of it. So anyhow, there you go. Voila.
I'm wearing old boots with high Cuban heels. My soles, they are worn and will stand here by grace. My trousers are torn and my jacket is borrowed, and I'm wearing my time behind the eyes in my face. I am not looking for loose diamonds or pretty girls with crosses around their necks. I don't want 4 roses of water. I'm not looking for God. I'm not looking for sex. I've worn out my welcome in certain small circles, in Spanish bordellos and Confederate states. But there is an angel in leathers and kindness who whispers my name beyond heaven's gate. I'm not looking for loose diamonds or pretty girls with crosses around their necks. I don't want 4 roses of water. I'm not looking for God. I'm not looking for sex. And all the true believers are out on the road tonight. No matter what happens, you know they'll be okay. While the rock and roll gypsies was the last song we sang by Hearts and Flowers down in old Santa Fe. I have a mission and a small code of honor to stand and deliver by whatever measures. And the message I carry is by Rainier Maria Rilke. He said, our fears are like dragons guarding our most precious treasures. I am not looking for loose diamonds or pretty girls with crosses around their necks. I don't want 4 roses of water. I'm not looking for God. I'm not looking for sex.